One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Arkansas's offense will go on the attack first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Wants to throw. It's Holstein. Got a man. It's Brown. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun. Wants to pass. The quick out. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. For the marker on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, there are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared, and he believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
They'll give it to him again. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. And the Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Trying play action. He'll off one deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
He wants to change this route. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense got it. They're on the run. Touchdown, Wildcats. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The Razorbacks will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. The Wildcats offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Kentucky going quickly. Looking for a man. It's Barrett. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket, and there's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
They run into a bit of trouble here. Third and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted for the 11th time this season.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it. And sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Makes the catch. It's Russell. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it really mattered who was playing with it. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Quarterback may change this route. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go through.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense, so you got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Perhaps drawing confidence by converting an earlier fourth down. They'll try to do it for a second time in the opening quarter. The RPO, it's complete. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Kentucky right back to the line. Off play action. Pressure coming. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at at the 21.
Yeah, and this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
Here's the pressure, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Razorbacks! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break. Arkansas has the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Barrett. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 20.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Wildcats need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. Cradles it at the 35. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They think there's room to run to the right here. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Defense is locked in this game so far. They've been shutting this offense down. I think one of the biggest reasons why is they are not letting this running back do anything in this game. They are trying to make them one-dimensional. They're being physical close to the line of scrimmage. They've had a really good game plan, and they are executing beautifully.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
Really good job by the defense, taking away the inside, making him bounce. The only thing that could have been better about this run is if the running back would have actually been man enough to stay in bounds and take the hit. We would have loved that. Come on, man, stay in bounds.
That is not good news for this offense, guys. I mean, the defense only brought 3 on that play, and they were still able to get after the quarterback. This O-line has got to play better.
And the Razorbacks need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Holstein. Going to try to pop one on the screen. There he goes. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Arkansas. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Duke is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Daniel Jones, this offense is not guaranteed to just keep scoring points today. They're up by 7 over Missouri. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. We'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Off the RPO, complete. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. Looking downfield, it's Barrett. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
A lot of times you can tell by the pass set, that tackle gets really, really quick. You can tell that ball's going to come out quick. Great job by the defensive end, seeing the ball come out quick, getting his hands in the air, and deflecting the football.
Working that left side now. Breaks into the open. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Razorbacks will have it 1st and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Back to throw, it's Barrett. And the timing just a hair off.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
The short hands, it's McGowan. Make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Give to Brown. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And the Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Buys a little time. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down, just thrown it in completion. So third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's the handoff. Oh, what a move.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Kentucky going quickly. Looking to throw, it's Barrett. Makes the grab on the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here on third down for this offense. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Snagged in the middle. It's Gilmore. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Pulls it and fires to the left. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Second down, they'll go to the air. The sure hands, it's Gilmore. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And the Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Out of the shotgun on third down. Got it in the middle, it's Zimmerman. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Shoots it to the left. He's got it on the run. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously, trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the clock.
Bring in the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get three before the break. Field goal is good.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first two quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable.
Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Hand off from the shotgun. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Kentucky right back to the line. To the air. It's Barrett. Got it in the middle. It's Zimmerman.
And man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
They punt it away on 4th down. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. They go to the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Touch pass on the run. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down and one that did not pay off. From the gun, running back on the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Back to throw, it's Barrett. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Makes the grab. He breaks a tackle. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Razorbacks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Picks up the 1st down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw which can help them get that going.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. The Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. Kentucky going quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Looking downfield, it's Barrett. Got it set up on the outside. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Kentucky sends out the punting unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Makes the grab. It's Brown. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. In their own territory, but completely undaunted as they go for it and make it on fourth down.
And it's crazy. I don't even think you have a second thought anymore. Even in your own side of the field, like, what, I'm going to have bad field position? Nah, I don't really care. We're going to go for it. We're going to play the numbers. We're going to be aggressive.
The pass rush has got to do a better job with their lane integrity. You cannot let this particular quarterback with his speed flush out to the right or to the left because he's absolutely going to kill you. You've got to do it.
Going to let it fly. He makes a grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge...
Touchdown, Arkansas! And the beatdown has ensued.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Barrett. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the fourth quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great...
Turning it on! His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Off the play fake. Unleashes one deep. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
I spent time with a lot of coaches when you got a huge lead in the 4th quarter and they say run the football and run the clock out. And I've seen a lot of other coaches who say, listen, they get paid to stop us. It's their job to try to stop us. And apparently, they live in the second world as this coach.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. And this one splits the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
How about this defense rising to the challenge? Focal point number 1, stopping the great running back. Check. How do we do it? Being physical at the line of scrimmage, getting off.
There he goes. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Back to throw, it's Barrett. Moving away from pressure. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, the running back has it. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz, I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
You got to give this defense, because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody Was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit.
Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw. He's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Kentucky!
Well, it's a nice job there executing the run play and getting in for the score, but you got to wonder, guys, is it too little too late? They're still trailing by a ton here in the fourth quarter.
And the extra point gets him a little closer at 31-10. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10.
Get set, get set.
Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They're trying to find some room off right tackle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. Here comes the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Flying out to the left. Defense trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw, it's Barrett. Rush is on him. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Sweet cut there. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense.